Hey everybody, welcome to yet another episode of Divorce Tips That You Need to Know. I'm Jason Lavoie, aka the Divorce Resource Guy, and I'm making these short video clip tips, that kind of rhymes, video clip tips, that I think are important for you to need to know if you are thinking about getting divorced or you are in the middle of a divorce. So today's topic is a general one. What is wrong with the divorce court system, right? Pretty much everybody you speak to who has been involved in some capacity with the court system thinks that it's terrible. They never have a great experience or even a good experience for that matter. And all you hear are complaints. So I wanted to go over why everybody feels that way and are those complaints warranted and valid? Okay, the short answer, I think, is yes, it is. As an attorney who has practiced for many years in divorce courts all over New Jersey, I feel your pain. That's one of the reasons why I quit being a litigator and now I focus on divorce coaching because I didn't feel like I was helping in the way that I originally intended to. So let's talk about it. Litigation, which is just a legal term for going to court, right? Whenever you go to court, you are litigating, okay? It's arguing. It means you can't come to an amicable resolution on whatever issue you're dealing with yourself or in mediation or some other method outside the court system. So going to court, you're litigating, right? Litigation is what people know. It's what's shown in TV shows, in movies all the time. You see these really dramatic court scenes with, judges and lawyers, and they're entertaining and they're good and they're dramatic, and that's why they do it. But it's not really real in the sense that when you go to court in real life for anything, for the most part, it's a lot less exciting than what you see on TVs and in the movies. It's nothing like it. People think court, they think Judge Judy. It's not Judge Judy, although sometimes you can get judges that think they're Judge Judy. But I digress. Litigating is not the best way to handle things. But people oftentimes don't know there's other ways to resolve disputes, right? Going to court is not the only way. That's the most important thing. There are other things called alternative dispute resolution. We have mediation, where you hire a neutral party called a mediator. Could be a lawyer, doesn't have to be a lawyer, to help you come to a resolution and amicably resolve whatever's going on. Litigating takes the longest, and most of the time it costs the most because you have to go to court more than likely more than one time. Hearings could be spread out months apart from each other, right? Family court is notorious for scheduling things months apart because it wants to give you time to do whatever it is you have to do, whether it's gathering information or documents, and they're just that busy where they can't schedule you at the most convenient time for you. And you, as the person getting divorced, want to get divorced sooner than later, right? Of course you do. So litigating costs the most and takes the most time, right? The last couple of years we've been dealing with COVID. That has not helped, obviously. The court system was shut down for a better part of a year when everything hit the fan when COVID first started. And then they started getting on track and doing virtual hearings, and we're still, now I'm recording this in, February 2022. The courts are still conducting virtual hearings, although they're slowly getting back on track and bringing people in person again. But virtual hearings can be just as effective as in person, depending on what you're going for. Okay, but COVID definitely didn't help. Another reason why people think the divorce court system is broken is because they don't care what is going on in your personal situation. I can tell you that as an attorney, I've never heard somebody who's getting divorced, a client, or anybody going through the system tell me that they felt that the court really cared about their personal lives. They don't. You're a docket number. You're one of hundreds of divorces, if not thousands, going through the system at any given point. The court just wants to get you in and get you out, okay? And that's part of the problem. They what's the word I'm looking for here? They go about things in a cookie-cutter way, right? They treat every divorce the same, and they don't cater to your personal situation. So every case goes through the same type of hearings. If you have a problem, you file a motion, and then the court handles it that way. And the court has its own way that they think is the most expedient way to handle these things, but it's not really catered to your situation and your needs. So they push you through, and they try sometimes to fit, that circle into a square hole. I think that's the expression. And most of the time, it just doesn't work that well for whatever you are dealing with and need from the court system, right? So that is probably the most important reason why people feel like the divorce court system fails them and is broken. So my point for this video is, if you can, try to avoid the court system. Sometimes it's not a reality, and sometimes you have to go through and litigate, but that's why it is the worst way to get divorced, because of everything I just said. It costs the most, takes the most time, and it's a cookie-cutter approach that may not cater to your personal needs. So alternate methods are the best way, and I will be covering those alternate methods in a future video. Okay? Stay tuned.